Hi guys, I have my friends Tommy and Q here. They are a power couple if there ever was one. I'm so excited that they have made time to talk to us today. I've got them sharing their story a little before what's going on, and I just want them to go wherever they feel led with this because I know y'all are going to connect with it no matter what they say. So have at it.
Okay, well, I'm Kadria,
And I'm Tommy.
and we're from Jersey, and we live right now in Ackworth, Georgia. We've been here for 8 years.
8 years.
8 years. We've been in Georgia for 8 years, and so I'm just gonna give you a little rundown of how my mornings were before Thrive, and then I'll tell you how I found Thrive. Thrive found me. Um, so I worked in a doctor's office at the time, busy practice out here for providers, and it was just constant go, go, go. I managed the front office. We have 4 children. Tommy was a truck driver at the time. And I would wake up in the morning and I would throw back a 5-hour energy. And I would get up, and usually I overslept. So I'd run into the kids' room, flick their lights on, like, hurry up, come on, get up, you gotta go, you're gonna catch the bus. And I'd be like yelling at the kids. I'd run back to the room to iron my scrubs because I never got ready before. Like, I just was like that last minute hot mess mom. Like, I really was. So I would get the kids off on the school bus. We were that family that was like running after the school bus on the way out the cul-de-sac, crossing the street. The kids are getting yelled at by the bus driver, like, you're not supposed to cross the street. And I'd head to work. And whether I was late or not, I always stopped for coffee. Like, if they wanted me to be nice, I needed my coffee in my hand. So I would stop and grab a coffee, go to work my morning shift. On my lunch breaks, I would set the timer on my phone and take like a 20-minute nap, either in my car or in one of the empty doctor's offices, like one of the rooms they weren't using. And I would take a 20-minute nap. Then I would jump up, run down to the gas station, grab me a Red Bull, always grab 2, and chug one back, go back to work, finish my afternoon at work, leave work, go to aftercare, pick up the kids, head home. And my daughter would be like, Mommy, do you want me to set the timer on the microwave for 20 minutes? And I'd be like, sure, set the timer. I'd take another 20-minute nap, get up, take a 5-hour, and head to the football field. I was on the board at the football field. I was also the head team mom. I was a team mom of my son's team as well. So we were busy. It was just a constant go, go, go. So when Tommy was there, it was like a relief. I had help. But when he wasn't there, I felt like a married single mom because it was just like everything go, go, go. Right. And so my son, his team went into this tournament, and we didn't have enough children to complete the team. So we like recruited from our football field to parents on the team. And I met a mom on another team, and we really connected. We found out we moved to Georgia the same time. They were from California. Our husbands connected, which, Tommy didn't really have friends out here because we weren't from here. And our kids connected really well. And we were like, let's do Christmas together. Like, let's have Christmas dinner together. And so she came over for Christmas, and she had on that DFT. And I was like, hey, what's that? And she was like, oh, it's Thrive. You want to try it? And I was like, sure. What is it? I wasn't a skeptic. Like, I didn't know. And she just was like, oh, to give you energy. And that was like, for me, energy, like, ding, ding, like I'm drinking my energy all day. Like, if I can get it from that sticker, heck yeah, I want to try it. And so she gave me a 3-day mini experience, and I was lucky enough to be a day 1 thriver. Day 1, I looked at the 5-hour and looked at the capsules. It was like 5-hour capsules. Which one should I do? And then finally I was like, it sat on my counter for 3 weeks. So I was like, let me just do this. Like, She never bothered me about it either. She just knew it. Said, did you do it yet? Nope, I didn't do it. But day 1, I took those capsules. And I remember it was after Christmas, and I had procrastinated taking down my Christmas decorations and everything like that. And I went downstairs and I put everything away before Tommy even woke up. And I just felt so good. And I was a day 1 thriver, and I never was a customer I clicked that promoter button immediately. I looked at Tommy and I was like, I don't know who is selling this stuff, but someone's making some money. Like that was my initial thought. Like someone's making some money. And so I ordered a promoter pack and I was like, I want enough for me. I want enough to give him some because I'm like, I feel so good. I wanted him to feel it too. And so he was not a day one thriver. You want to tell them a little bit about your side?
Yep. So yeah, my experience was totally different. And well, just a little backstory on me. I was a mover truck driver for 19 years, super long, strenuous hours. I would come home from work and just be super tired all the time. So I was drinking the energy drinks, drinking the energy shots or coffee, anything to keep me, going through the day.
Mm-hmm.
So when she started, I was skeptical,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, if you say it's gonna help, excuse me, if you say it's gonna help, then all right, I'm all for it. And I did see the changes in her in those first 3 days. So I was like, okay, well, if you're gonna buy it, I'll try it. Day 1, nothing. Day 2, nothing. Day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nothing.
So I'm saying, do you feel it? It's like, no.
I'm like, no. Like
he was not happy.
You wasted our money.
Yeah. I used my light bill money to buy my first pack. Like I couldn't afford it. At the time I didn't see the value in it. So that's why, actually I ended up saving because I was buying my 5-hour energies from Costco. I was buying 2 Red Bulls a day. I was buying coffee in between. I was eating like crap, but yeah. He wasn't happy.
I wasn't happy, but it wasn't until day 8 is when I noticed a huge difference. And like I said, I was a mover with, working super long, hard hours, and every morning was a struggle for me. Every morning getting up out of the bed was a struggle. Like my knees and my ankles it just felt like somebody was hitting them with baseball bats every morning. And my hands would be swollen. I couldn't wear my ring to bed at night. And she would have to help me get up out the bed just to get up and moving around. And I was only 34 at the time, so day 8 comes around and that morning I got up, I just sat up out the bed. It's like it was nothing. I just got up out the bed and I'm like, hold on. I'm just standing on the side of the bed, just kind of like moving around to make sure I'm not still asleep. Maybe, I don't know, but I'm just moving around. I'm like, man. And she's already up, had her headphones on. She's ironing her scrubs at the ironing board. And she's like, kind of just jamming away. And she turns around and looks at me and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. I didn't want to tell her.
I was like, you're thriving. You're thriving. I mean, he looked so different. He was like looking around the room. I'm like, he's thriving.
And I went to work that day and we had a super long, hard day. It was a 3rd floor carry up to a condo of 12,000 pounds. And usually on a day like that, I'm done. I'm going to the couch when I get home from work and I'm there until she says, okay, Tommy, we're going upstairs. But that day I came home, I got out the car, my boys were in the street playing basketball. And I just went over there, just being a dad, just went over there, started, shooting the hoop with the boys and just joking around. And it didn't really hit me until I got into the bed that night. And it was probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I'm like, man, I can't believe first I'm still awake. That's the number one. I'm still wide awake. I feel good. And I'm like, man, I haven't had coffee all day. I haven't had an energy drink all day. And I'm like, and I still feel good. And I was like, okay, if this is doing this for me, this is what I'm saying to myself. If this is doing this for me, I'll pay any amount of money not to go back to that feeling that I was feeling before. So it's been 4 years, almost 4.5 years since. And I wake up every single day feeling good, feeling that day, like day 8, not day 1, but day 8.
Yeah.
I love it. Your story actually sounds like mine. I was not a day 1 and I started on a mini and I happened to win a month free, at the same time it overlapped. If I had not had that month already, I would have stopped after the mini. So absolutely.
I'm so glad that it was you that got the sample and not me.
Yep.
because we would have never bought this product.
And I would probably say, like, I'm so happy I didn't follow directions and I took the 2 capsules on the first day instead of
Yeah.
1, because I wasn't looking to change anything. Like, honestly, as a mom, like, my confidence, I had lost my self-confidence. You know, I didn't like the way I looked anymore. I used to look at myself in the mirror like, what happened? Like, what happened? How did I let myself go? You know, but at the same time, I'm thinking, well, this is mom life. Like, this is what it's supposed to be like. So I wasn't looking for change. You know, I found good reasons to take those energy shots and energy drinks. I'm like, as long as it's keeping me, you know, at the football field, at work, you know, if I have my coffee, I'm nice at work. But after I started those 3 steps, everything changed. Like, I began to love my job, because my mood was different and I could tolerate people a little better, you know, and I wasn't tired because I was sleeping through the night instead of waking up in the middle of the night to watch TV. And so I was getting a restful sleep, and that was putting me in a good mood. I wasn't yelling at my kids in the morning, and it felt good to drive to work without that mom guilt. Like, I would drive to work like, I can't believe I yelled at my kids all morning. Like, I can't believe I sent them to school like that. Like, what can I do to make it up to them when I pick them up? Like, oh, I hope they don't have a bad day because of that. And like, a lot of people don't look for change, and I wasn't looking for change. So like, this product has completely changed me as a mom, as a friend, as a wife. It's completely like changed everything for the better when I wasn't looking for change at all.
Yep. I understand that completely. I only did it because I saw it all over my Facebook. I was like, everybody else is doing it. Okay. I was a brand new mom. So my baby was 3 months old. And I thought the same thing. That's just how moms are supposed to be. That's what everybody had told me. So
Everybody tells you that, right?
whenever I went a week without coffee and I didn't notice it, it was like I saw my Keurig there and I was like, have I not used that this week? And I was like, okay, maybe moms can live different. It's oh, if we could change that stereotype, it would be a better world.
Yes, I agree.
We will, one person at a time.
That is exactly right.
One person at a time.
And I absolutely love that you just hit the promoter button. I love that. So how did you get Tommy on board with promoting? Because he's up there with you now.
So it's funny because even when I clicked that promoter button, I didn't realize that I was starting a business. You know, I was like, I'm going to give this to all the moms at football field and I'm going to make some extra money. Like, I didn't think of it business wise. I'm like, I'm just always going to have product. And when they need energy, I'm going to be like, I've got this, you know,
into my car, the trunk of my car.
Yes, I got this in the trunk of my car for you, you know, give you a little energy. I can make a little extra gas money. But we just started getting on the calls and stuff. And it happened to be a year where it was a Thrive-Palooza year. We jumped in not long after they started announcing Thrive-Palooza. And I think that's where Tommy saw the vision, is when we went to Thrive-Palooza. Like, we were like, every time we would get on a call, they'd be like, all roads lead to Dallas, all roads lead to Dallas. And so I was like, I guess we need to go to Dallas. And honestly, even though we couldn't afford it, we did it anyway. It's almost like it was supposed to be our path, because that $400 that I spent to purchase a promoter pack that was supposed to be my light bill money has turned into us working from home, from our phones. We're present for our kids. Like, everybody says they want to be home with their kids when they're babies. No, you need to be home when your kids are teenagers.
Yes. That's when you should be home.
That's when you need to be home. But it's been like just a blessing for us. But Tommy is actually the one that saw the vision before me. He took the business seriously before I did.
Now, you know, when we went to Thrive-Palooza that year, it was just like, first of all, there's nothing like being in a room like 25,000 people that are just excited about life. Like, that experience alone is life changing. But then, you know, you start seeing people that are taking the same products as you, promoting the same products as you, and they're like, man, I was able to retire. I was able to bring my husband home. I was able to bring my wife home. And I'm like, what am I missing? You know, like, what am I missing? And I'm like, and I will never forget Paul saying, you know, if you take all of the Thrivers that have free accounts, customers and promoters, and you take all of them and put them in New York City, you still have the rest of the country that does not know about this product. And it's like, we were the only one, well, besides her friend, like nobody around us knew about this product. So I'm like, that's gold. That's opportunity. You know, first of all, the product works. It's not like you're promoting garbage. Like the product is absolutely hands down, probably one of the best things I've ever taken.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm like, babe, this is our chance. Like we can make this happen. We can do this. Cause the people that I'm seeing on stage were no different than me. They weren't like, whatever, it was like, they're just like me. They're normal people. So if they can do it, I can do it. And that was my mentality when we got back home. And I'm like, man, I think we got to go for it. And she was like, okay, well, let's do it. Yeah. And here we are.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That is, Thrivepalooza is life-changing. I can't wait for the end of this month.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't mention this at the beginning, but Tommy and Q both have hit a rank in the company that is the top rank. I'm so excited for them. So many congratulations. But on top of being the top rank, they have earned some bonuses that are beyond life-changing for their family, for their kids. They have each earned a match bonus. So because their teams did $200,000 in 1 month each, they both get that money. They get $200,000 a piece. Yes. And I am just, you all are like the most deserving people ever. Your hearts and your visions.
Thank you.
For all of my friends, I know you don't know them. I got to meet them and spend time with them at our retreat in January. And I got to hear their visions. And their visions made me want to make mine bigger. Like, their vision for their future is amazing. And we can all do so much more. Like, after listening to yours, everybody can do so much more.
It's been a blessing for sure.
Yes.
Such a blessing. I think the reason, I won't say the reason we've been so blessed, but it's just such a blessing because when you're doing something as good as sharing this product that is actually changing lives, like it's making better people, it's making people love themselves again, it's giving people life again. They're giving people a reason to live, like a reason to be happy. And I just feel like they always say, like, if you want to make an income, like make an impact. And that is so true when it comes to this business, because even though when I started, first thing I was thinking is money, it changed when I started getting those text messages from people saying thank you so much for not giving up on me. And thank you so much for sharing this product with me. And I'm going to take my kids outside to play today instead of going to take a nap on the couch, things like that. It's you're blessed for sharing this product. And that $400 promoter pack has turned into $200,000 for us. It's been a journey, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah. And I think just, we come from humble beginnings. We didn't have a life that was, a crazy lifestyle. We weren't struggling, but we were check to check parents, check to check family. It's a family of 6, and for us to have something that's changed our life forever. This has not only changed our lives, but it's changed. We'll be able to help our parents. We'll be able to help make sure our kids are taken care of. We can make sure our grandkids are taken care of. And for us to have that opportunity with a company that it's vitamins.
It's vitamins.
It's vitamins, but to be able to change other people's lives is that's the biggest reward to us. We both love people, and just knowing that you've changed somebody's life financially or, as far as their health is concerned, those rewards are that's the biggest reward. Yes, the bonus is amazing. But you know, getting those text messages and knowing that, you know, hey, I can help this mom change her future. I can help this dad change his future. I can get this grandma off the couch and play with her grandkids.
Yes.
That's the real reason.
With the
why.
product and the
Yeah.
business.
Yes.
You know, you can help them with their health and you can help them with their wealth. So it's like, it's a no-brainer.
I agree. And that sounds like a really good answer to what I was getting ready to ask you next. I like to ask before I end an interview, if there is someone watching who has been watching for a while, we've both been in this for years, so they've been watching us, too good to be true, just so skeptical, not ready to jump in yet. What would you tell them?
Got nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose. And if you think it's too good to be true, then you're right. For you.
Very good. I love it.
Too good to be true, then you're right. But, you know, I saw lives change, other people's lives changing. I saw it with my own eyes. I know how I feel every day. That's the first thing. I know how I feel. Like, I can stand on my own story and tell people, like, I know what it feels like to struggle, get out the bed in the morning. There's nothing nobody can tell me that says this product doesn't work. Like, I've been taking it for 4 years. I know how I used to feel. I'm never going back to that. So if you think it's too good to be true, you're right. That's what I would say. But you would never know unless you take a chance.
Right. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day. I love, love, love your story. I love you all. I can't wait to see everybody.
I can't wait to see you.
All right, y'all. Have an awesome day.